Okay, everyone, we're going to go ahead and start in just a few moments. Let's go ahead and pack this out. Go ahead and send this message out. Let's promote to all of our team members, all of our teams, drop the link, and let's have everybody get on the call, guys.
You know, you don't want the top 100 coins, man.
We're catastrophic rise inside of momentum, right? We're seeing a huge.
Yo quiero pues que sepan cómo trabajo yo mi operativa.
Now, we know that once we have a resistance zone in the market, right, it's because it's creating a wall.
We have started to see USD CAD slow down quite a bit.
All right. All right. So I just want to give it another minute. Guys, everybody go ahead and put into your groups the link. All right. Let's let everybody know that we are live so we can go ahead and get some people on this call. Everyone's team, all the educators, let's go drop those links into your teams. That way everyone is aware that we are about to start here today. Okay, what a beautiful Monday morning. All right, and we can get this going. Let's go ahead. For the ones that are here, why don't you let us know where you are in this world, where you're tuning in from. Let's see, put it in the chat where you're tuning in from. All right, where are you in this world? Where are you guys from? Put it in the chat for me. Let's see. Let's let everybody know. All right, we have Belgium. I'm actually in Florida. All right, we got UK, New York. All right, so here's the deal. You guys get on your phone, get on your cell phone, get into the Telegram, send this to two of your best friends, two people that are on your team, and have them come on the call. All right, we need to get this out to everyone in the community because this is a very important call. As you know, all of our Monday calls are super important because we are giving you guys information, all right, education from our educators. Okay, by the way, my name is Claudia 1 Million, and I want to welcome you guys to the Traders Inner Circle here with Forex Trading. So right, and you guys, let me give it another 2 minutes and then we'll start getting going. We have everybody here. All right, we have California, we have South Africa. Let's go. Absolutely. So is everybody putting it in the chat? You guys have all sent it over and let everybody know on your teams to get on this call, right? Okay, because we have an important topic today. So today's call, listen, on Mondays, this is the Trader Circle, all right? And I am hosting, and it's really to sit down with the educators and really find out, you know, their train of thought, how they feel, and that way you as students are able to understand who they are and really get to know them as individuals as well. So today's topic is extravagant, right? We're going to be speaking about unlocking success, right? Exploring Forex trading as a profitable business, right? So I'm sure that everyone joined Akashex to A, learn how to trade, and then B, be successful at it, right? So having it as a profitable business, right? So that's a big question that I'm interested and I'm ready to get this going with our educators. So for right now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I will introduce each and every one of them and they can let us know who they are, where they're from, what is their specialty, all right? And maybe a quick sentence to describe who you are, okay? So let's start with Mr. Mike. Hi, Mike, how are you today? I think you guys can unmute yourselves. There we go. Yeah.
Awesome. What is going on, everybody? Very excited to jump on and share. You know, I wrote a lot of notes on these questions. When Claudia sent me these questions, I was just like, wow, like we're going to unload so many nuggets today. And I'm so happy to be here to unload them all to you guys. So my name is Mike Polanco. I've been trading for just under 7 years. In September, I had 7 years doing this. And one of the most important things was the transition from making this into a hobby into an actual profession. And, you know, that's one of the questions that are here today. And I'm very excited to share that. But, you know, been doing this for 7 years almost and started off trading just traditional Forex and then got into binary options around 3 to 4 years in. And I've been doing binary options for just under 4 years now. So my actual lessons that I go over in my classes are a little bit of both, and I show you guys the concepts that we're doing. And, you know, very excited to be here with you guys and sharing all these nuggets with you guys. So looking forward to that.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing. Guys, let's put some fire emojis in there saying thank you to Mike. Like he's into binary options, Forex trading. What a great individual to have part of our team. And, you know, the more successes that we have with our instructors and our educators, the more successes you guys are going to be capable of having yourself. All right. So that's great. Second person, let's go with Darren. Darren, are you there?
Claudia, can you hear me?
Sure can.
What's up? So firstly, Mike, what's up, boy? Dueno, Claudia, what's up, everybody? Yeah, I'm similar to Mike. I've been doing this plus minus just over 7 years. So we've had, I said this the last time, if you just take myself and Mike right now, that's 14 years of learning, losing, winning, and experience that you guys are blessed to just kind of get nuggets from. So I'm excited to hear what Mike has, you know, to say. I'm all the way from South Africa, Cape Town to be exact. I've been in the network marketing industry previously, just built the business, and then I started getting excited with trading, and that's kind of where Forex, I just trade Forex, especially I like to focus on two pairs, Euro USD, USD JPY. I actually kind of learned from one of my mentors, Michelle Kami, focusing on just those pairs. And yeah, bro, I'm excited, Claudia. Thanks for having me here. and I cannot wait to hear from everybody today.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing. All right. Let's give some hands up for Darren. Like, guys, these gentlemen are tuning in from all over the world so they can take this opportunity to really enhance your knowledge, really enhance you as a student. And guess what? We're all still students, right? We're all learning new skills and learning from each other. So that's one of the best things. Part of all this is just the journey that you're going through, right? All right. Is everybody, let me see some ones in the chat if you are here and being attentive. All right. I need people to go ahead and be active in all this. Let's see some ones in here. How many active individuals do we have on here? Wake up, guys. You guys awake out there? It's Monday. All right. There we go. All right. I mean, we got to get this going. Let's go. All
No,
right.
we have to
So
get
let's
fired up.
all right. And next, go ahead. Introduce yourself, Mr. Dueno. Let's go.
Cool. How you, Claudia? I've been blessed. Mike, my brother, pleased to meet you as well for the first time on a call with you. Darren, pleased to meet you as well, brother. Yeah, guys. So tonight, myself and Chris, we're actually together because if you guys know or do not know, we get like very strange power outages here in South Africa, and we both have that at the moment at our house. So we currently at my in-laws and they have solar panels and stuff. So we saved, but for myself, I'm 27 years young and I've been trading for 4 years now. And, you know, for me, I just saw right from the get-go that there's so much more to this industry. There's so much that you can take in and leverage from and learn from. And, you know, that's why I fell in love with trading. It was something that the day I started, I knew nothing about it, right? And if you looking at or watching the session or you're going to watch the replay or anything like that, just understand that you don't need to know anything to start trading Forex, because that was me. You know, I didn't even know how to place a trade. I didn't know what a candle was. I didn't even have the trading apps on my phone. That is where I stumbled across, you know, Forex. And I think everyone starts there. So for myself, no, it's a pleasure and a privilege to be here with you all. And I'm going to just shoot it straight to Chris because he's on the same sesh with me. And yeah, we just take it from there.
Hi, Chris.
Awesome.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining.
No, thank you very much. Like Dwayne said, we had to make a plan, but yeah. So yeah, my name is Chris. I see everyone in the comments are like South Africa in the house. We appreciate it. But yeah, I've been trading for 6-7 years myself as well, and like Darren said earlier, I've also learned a lot, burned my fingers a lot. But at the end of the day, learning the skill to trade was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. It's given me so much freedom when it comes to living life the way that I want to live it, and giving me that time freedom. It just allows me to do the things that I want to do, and it just gives me that aspect of control in my own life, which I value a lot. So I'm really excited to share some experiences and answer some questions on the call tonight.
Thank you so much. I think my mic, okay, perfect. And guys, listen, talk about putting effort. Like, it's not easy for them. Nothing's easy in life, but they don't really have power over there. So they actually have to go find a place. Look, they're at the in-laws place, right? With solar panels to get on these classes to be able to teach for you guys. So that's where I see, these individuals are putting in the work, putting in the hard work, right? And that's why they're successful. Because most people would give up, right? They would go ring that bell and tap out. But you see, it's all about putting a full fourth effort into what it is that you're trying to accomplish. All right. So let's start this off. We have some great questions today. And like I said, we're going to really go in deep on, how they personally feel about the subject and everything else. Let me go ahead and find these questions that I had here for us ready. Take me a moment. All right. So, just go ahead and feel free. I'm going to start with question number 1. So what are the key factors that make Forex trading an attractive business opportunity? Okay, and whoever wants to start off, who would like to start off? Just kind of,
Yeah, sure. I will.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike. I think for me, it's quite simple. I'm gonna keep this on short because I heard in the start, Mike was prepared for all these questions and stuff. But for me, the easiest way to put it is you can make money from anywhere in the world. If you require the skill and you understand the skill set, if you have a phone, if you have a laptop, and you have internet connection, you can make money, right? You're not tied down to a specific place, a specific location. You do it by yourself. You have no boss, etc., etc. So for me, it's definitely that sweet and that short. So Mike, let's hear from you, my brother.
Yeah, for me, is the high volatility markets. The markets move so much, so vastly. You have average daily ranges of some pairs that are 200 pips per day, meaning that you'd only have to catch a fraction of a trade in order to be profitable in the market, right? Also, it being a 24-hour, 5-day a week, 6-day a week market. And if you're trading crypto, it's a 7-day a week market for you, right? So there's always an opportunity. It doesn't matter how busy you are, how many hours you work at a day at your job, how long your shifts are, you can still make it home, open up your laptop. Like he said, you have Wi-Fi, you have a smartphone, you have a computer, you always have access to making some money in the market, right? You also, the reason that we have leverage trading, right? So you don't need a lot of money to start in your Forex journey, right? And you're able to also diversify with trading many different things. You want to trade fiat? Awesome. You want to trade commodities? Cool. You want to trade crypto? It's anything is in your wheelhouse, and it's always you always have an opportunity to make money. So that's why it's great.
For me, Claudia, sorry, thanks for that, Mike and Dueno. Chris obviously is eating. So for me, without a doubt, the time that I'm able to have with my family, because I'm a dad, so I've got 2 beautiful daughters. And, being in that situation, like Mike said, he hit the nail on the head. He said, the markets are open pretty much all the time, 5 times a week, but the key is that you can choose which time suits your time, your plan, your busy schedule. If, in inverted commas, because a lot of people say they're too busy, to make this work or whatever the case may be, another excuse. But for me, it's being able to chill with my daughters, take them to school, pick them up, spend time with them, and no better business to do it from a laptop or computer, wherever, chilling, having them run in the background, knowing that I place my trade, Michelle Kumi does the rest, I relax, and I continue enjoying, the time with them. So for me, more so, Claudia, it's all about time freedom with my beautiful daughters and just enjoying life.
Amazing. Guys, let's see some palm trees in this chat. Put some palm trees in there if that's what it's all about, right? It's about having that time and freedom. Like the luxuries, the luxury is going to come once you really know how to trade and you're being profitable continuously, right? But the time and freedom, and that's something that I did listen to what he said, that a lot of people say, oh, they don't have the time, but yet, right, they're watching Netflix for 5 hours or doing something that's really not, and no offense to Netflix, but if you have a choice of learning a skill set where you can have your own Netflix show because you can afford to do, right? Or watch everybody else have a Netflix show and watch everybody else fly around in jets and travel the world. Like, let's go, individuals, let's go. So any more palm trees out there, or are you guys just really happy with where you are? Because I don't see many people here with palm trees. Let me see some palm trees in the chat, right? If that's what you're looking for, time and freedom. Why else would you be here?
I actually wanted to add something on your Netflix. One of my mentors once told me, he says, the only thing a TV is good for is reducing your income. It's like a digital income reducer. The more you watch TV, the lower your bank balance goes. It's like they connect.
I agree with you because you can spend some hours just glued to the television. The next thing you know, you haven't, what have you done all day but watch TV? So,
Yeah,
anywho's,
no,
let's keep going,
100%.
guys. So, I have a question right here. This one's really good as well. How does Forex trading differ from other types of trading, like such as stocks or commodities? And who wants to start this one off?
Let's give it to Chris.
I'll do.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
I think the way that the FX market differs is, first of all, it's something that Mike mentioned earlier, it's the timing. So the FX market runs 24/5. So from midday or midnight on a Sunday for us till midnight on a Friday, it's trading activity the whole time. Whereas the stock market, it's closed at certain times, right? Another aspect is with stocks, it's always companies, and companies can fail, companies can be liquidated, companies can go bankrupt. But in the FX space, every country has a currency, right? And if you trade currencies like gold, CFDs like gold, and you trade currencies like the US dollar, those currencies have been around for so many years, and the prospects for currencies to continue being used is, how else are we going to barter and exchange, right? There's always going to be something that's going to have to be exchanged for goods and services. So it's an amazing market to be involved in. And yeah, I think there's a lot of continuity, which is the main thing for me.
Thank you so much. Who else wants to speak about this when it comes to, right, foreign exchange and the differences? Because commodities is totally different. I know when I started in stock, right? I was options trading. Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
That was
I think
definitely a whole different ballpark. Go
yeah,
ahead,
I
Mike.
can
What were you
share,
going to say?
I think I can share something that's very important. And one is the market structure, right? Forex is a decentralized market, meaning there is no exchange that is incorporated with stocks. Like we have the New York Stock Exchange that is an over-the-counter OTC market, right? So you're not making those exchanges through a network of banks or institutions, right? It's very individualized trading, and stocks occur on an exchange, just like I mentioned, right? So that is very different. So you're really looking at a whole different animal when it comes to trading stocks and trading Forex, right? Forex is very individualized, where you have it's not really a company that you're trading, it's more of a economy, right? Where you're trading based on how that economy is doing at a certain time or period. So that is very different from just looking at a specific company, but you're looking at a specific whole economy as a whole. So it's very different outlook on how we're looking for individual opportunities when going in and out of Forex versus stocks.
Thank you so much. Go ahead,
And
Darren.
also, I'm looking at one of the things here in binary and Forex. So guys, Mike trades binary, right? Now binary, you kind of deciding within a small time period, whether 1 minute, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, if the price is going to go up or down, right? Forex, you can be in and out couple of seconds, you could be holding trades for days. So I guess I look at Mike and it's a typical example. He started in Forex, he then figured out the binary side, and he fell in love with binary. He's been trading that 4 years now, he says. So I think it's also important that when you get into the markets, whichever, whether stocks, whether binary, whether Forex, whether crypto, whatever the case may be, see what works for you. See what kind of resonates with you. What do you prefer? Like example, Dwayne, he just trades NASDAQ. He doesn't trade any pairs. I know Chris, he focuses more on pairs. My mentor, Michelle, she only trades Euro USD, USD JPY. So I guess it's all about where you want to focus and kind of, make it your own. I think, Claudia, I think that's important. When you enjoy something, you do it more and you want to learn more about it. You watch a movie in the beginning, when it makes sense to you in the first 5, 10, 15 minutes, you completely watch the whole movie. It's the same thing. You'll feel it. I mean, I can bet when Mike saw binary for the first time, he felt something like, shit, this is something I want to learn. I want to get better at. Kind of use that the same way when you go into the Forex market or crypto or binary or options or whatever the case may be. Feel if it resonates with you. Don't try and be the next Mike or the next Claudia or Darren or Dwayne or Michelle Kimi or Chris, whoever. Be the next you. So I think that's important on that question, is find what makes sense to you.
Absolutely. I'm going to agree with you on that. Guys, let's get some high fives in there. Who's in binary? Put a 1 if you're in binary, put a 2 if you're in Forex. And I'm a big crypto person, so put a 3 if you're in crypto. Let's see who's out there, who's doing what out there, because I know when I started off in this, I started off in binary. Guys, I started off in binary, and then from binary I went to crypto. Haven't left crypto, but then I realized I can also trade in Forex style with crypto. So that just kind of rocked my world right there. So that's where I am. All right, we got 1. All right, we got binary. Yes, we got 2. All right, learning Forex. Okay.
Almost a 50-50 in the chat.
Yeah. Right. All right, guys. So that
I
just
think
goes
it's also
to show.
important to realize there's no right and there's no wrong. It doesn't make you a better trader if you only trade Forex. It doesn't make you a better trader if you only trade binary. If you making money from the market, regardless of you trading commodities, Forex, binary, you still a trader. I think that's important. Most people feel
that's
like
very important, right?
Yeah.
To master one, stick to one, don't try to do them all.
yeah, stick. I think it depends on your personality. Are you someone that I can see maybe Mike, he likes instant quick money, you on binary, it's very quick. On Forex, you need patience. And that's why I don't trade Forex space, because I don't have the patience to wait 3, 4, 5 hours for the trade to go. That's why I trade NASDAQ, because it's very quick, it's instant. I know, Darren as well, he likes quick money.
Perfect. So yeah, guys, it's like Mr. Dwayne was saying, just go ahead and feel it out. See what works for you, right? What works the best for you? Are you able to sit through a trade for a day or two? Are you able, remember, it's not gambling either. So if you're thinking it's a game, then maybe that's not for you. Don't go that route, because you'll get addicted and you'll lose your money. I mean, we're going to be truthful here. You're going to lose your money. So let's do the right thing here, but definitely start looking into the different avenues that you are able to prosper and are able to really learn. So I'm going to start this question with Mike, and I think he is ready for this one. So how can individuals transition from trading as a hobby, right, to making Forex trading a full-fledged business?
Well, I always say this, and this is something my mentor always told me. If you treat things like a hobby, you're gonna get paid like a hobby. If you treat this like a business, you're gonna get paid. You're gonna get paid with anything that you treat like a business. So I have these 4 pillars that I came up with because I thought this was a very interesting question. That a lot of us may go 1, 2, 3 years into this business and not incorporate this because you don't maybe think that is important, right? So going from hobby to business takes these 4 things, right? You need to define clear goals and objectives, right? Be specific about your trading business, such as what you want to profit, what your risk management would be, and how much time you want to dedicate to your actual business, right? Every business defines the time that they're going to put in, what you guys want to learn, and what times you're looking to trade, because trading is all about timing and placement, right? Timing and price, right? Number 2, develop a comprehensive trading plan, creating detailed plan outlines and your trading strategy. Understand your risk management rules, the criteria of which you are looking to get into that trade, and entry and exit strategies. right? A lot of people want to know where your entry is, but don't understand when to get out. That is just as important as your entry, right? Number 3, treat it as a business. Establish a dedicated trading space. As you see, I'm in my office at home, right? A lot of us will trade from your kitchen. Your trade in the middle of a party. Your trade while you're sitting at home eating, right? Have a dedicated trading space that can put you in the right mindset when you're looking to get in and out of trades, right? Do not trade if you're flustered, if you're tired from work, if you just got into a fight with your spouse or husband. Do not trade if you are in a bad mood, right? And then adhere to a schedule, right? Allocate a specific time for research, analytics, and trading activities, right? And number 4, right? Build a solid foundation. Make sure that you are expanding your knowledge every single day, right? Take the courses. I've spent thousands of dollars, maybe tens of thousands, in courses, in education. Make sure that you're educating yourself properly before getting into the markets. And another thing that goes in coherence with this is trade on a demo account until you're ready. If you guys have 2-3 months in the business, 6 months in the business, or even a year in the business, if you're not ready to start playing with your real money, trade on a demo account. It's okay. I know that we see on Instagram, maybe with an educator that you're learning from, that they're posting these big profits. Oh, I made $2,000. I made $1,000. I made $10,000. Guys, make sure that you follow your own journey. Trade your own position sizes, and you will grow consistently, right? It's all about longevity. It is a marathon, not a sprint. So again, if you're not patient, maybe trade a different trading style. If you are patient, trade a specific trading style that's going to cater to your personality. All right. So that's what I have to say. It's very important to transition from this to a hobby to a business, because business is what pays the bills.
Yo.
Mike, and on that, if you guys, one thing I took from what Mike just said, you can see he's treating this like a business. Did you hear and understand that he knew exactly he needs to have a certain place to trade, he needs timing to be right, he needs to set certain goals, and whatever the case may be. Out of everything, when I just listened to Mike now, the only thing that stuck with me was, I need to treat this as if this is my life, because this is what's going to pay the bills. You heard Mike say it at the end. Treat this, if you treat this like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. If you treat this like $1 million a year business, this will pay you $1 million a freaking year. Trust me on that. So Mike, bro, yes, as you hit a home run there, just by listening to you, bro, makes me understand why you win in this game of Forex, or in the game of binary, or the game of trading. It's because you treat it as if there's no plan B. It's A or I die, it's plan A and nothing else. So I think that's also very important. Or Mike added is the fact that there's only one plan. It's plan A. I'm going to do this until I get it right. I'm not going to try. I'm doing it until I get it right. And that's exactly what Mike had to say there. Mike, bro, I love it. Spot on, bro.
No, even from us this side, I don't think there's much to add to what you said, Mike. I'm in the same, thinking of how you see it, how you understand it. I think the only thing that I can add, and I don't know if Chris wants to add something as well, is that we've heard the 10,000 hour rule. Like, if you want to master something, when you want to become good at something, you have to put in the work, you have to put in the time. 10,000 hours is what it takes. You cannot come into this market expecting to just want to make your first million tomorrow, or just want to retire your family or yourself within a week or so. We need to get rid of instant gratification, understand it's a process, understand it's a journey. We have to focus on the things that are important, that Claudia listed in the chat, that Mike said to us. And once you have all these things lined up and you apply the time in starting to learn and understand, and always understand that you can never stop learning, right? The moment you stop learning is the moment your mind dies, right? You have to always be in a student mode. You always have to learn. I learn things every day. Chris learns things every day. Darren, he's always still with his mentor as well. I always hear them speak. He learns things every day. So that's very important. Maybe Chris also wants to
Absolutely.
just add.
Thanks, guys. Look, they are dropping some massive information here, right? Plan A, there is no plan B. And that's something that I've also learned in psychological classes, right? And motivational and mentorship, where you don't make a plan B. It's plan A. The moment you start making a plan B, what does that mean? That means that you're already planning on failing on plan A. So there is no plan B. It's plan A, plan A, plan A, plan A. Let me see a plan A in the chat right here. Let's go. Plan A. We're not going to ring the bell. It's plan A, right? If it didn't work right now, we're going to keep going, and we're going to keep going and keep going until we get it right? Because that's all it is. All it is repetition. It's repetition, repeating, because the charts are the same, guys. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down. It's going to go one way or the other. That's it, right? So what you're seeing in the charts, you're going to see over and over again. Oh, well, it's going up. The news, oh, well, now it's going down. So now, you're just going to start going into this stuff and really putting it into perspective and analyzing everything. So thank you so much. That telling you, yes, even consistency, plan A, plan A, plan A. So today's word for today's quote of the day is plan A. That's it, plan A. There is no other plan, right? Okay, so let's keep going. I have another question. Let's see. And we'll start this one with Darren. What are the common pitfalls and challenges faced by Forex traders, and how can they overcome them?
So, Claudia, coming from a third world country, I'm from South Africa, average income plus minus about $300 a month. I understood that the number one pitfall when it comes to Forex is I don't have the money. I don't have $1, $5, $10, $100, $1,000 to start trading. So I'm going to speak about that one. Reason being is because I get that commonly with students this side, with people that I meet in the mall, people that I know, whatever the case may be. They're always saying, yeah, but Darren, I don't have an extra couple of $100 to try trading or to give it a shot or to give it a go. And again, it goes down to excuses or you want to make money. I always say this to people. Either you can make excuses or you're making money. You can only do two things. There's only two sides to a coin. You flip it on the one side, you become successful. You flip it on the other side, unfortunately, you made excuses and that's why you never, right? So kind of ways to figure it out. I always tell people, go work two jobs. If you work one job, go work another job, maybe as a waiter or waitress, whatever the case may be. Go make an extra couple of bucks and then slowly take it over to your Forex account. Or nowadays we have prop firms. It's for those, when we started 7-8 years ago, prop firms weren't a thing. Now, Claudia, you can pay $50, $100 and you can get a $10,000 prop firm account. That's not as easy to pass. You have a lot of parameters, but again, you're not making excuses. You're figuring out ways to make money. So for me, one of the biggest things, and I know Mike can talk about his people in America, whatever the case may be, but one of the biggest things in South Africa was the fact that people do not have the money to put towards, like Mike said, they spend tens of thousands probably on education. They don't have the money to spend on education. So they got to figure it out. There's someone said demo accounts to start. Mike mentioned that as well. But again, I always say this. If there's a way, there's a will. If you really want something, you will figure it out. And money should never be the reason that your family doesn't live the life they deserve. So from our side, Mike, I know you probably have some other things, but from our side, the biggest excuse, if I can say it, was the fact that we don't have money to learn to trade. You know, we can only do so much in a day. In my opinion, that's bullshit. You got to figure out a way, and you know, go make a way to make money. Mike, over to you, bro.
Yeah, I think you hit it right in the head. You know, money is something that shouldn't stop you. You can open an account with as little as $50. You can trade small lot sizes and grow that account over time. But one of the other things that really, you know, when somebody goes in and starts trading, one of the other things is emotional decision making. I think a lot of us go in and don't have the emotional intelligence to really stick this out for a long period of time. A lot of us will go in and revenge trade. A lot of us will go in, lose money, and continue trading, like over trade, right? Over trading and revenge trading are one of the things that left me broke in this industry for years. I'm talking about 2 years straight, just losing, really putting in the time. And I'll tell you, it was a difficult time because I was just like, is this for me, right? Is this for me? And that was something that I had to really bear with for a while before I started using the discipline that I started gaining over time. That really made me the trader that I am today. So the emotional intelligence, right? The lack of risk management and the inadequate strategy and knowledge, right? Insufficient time put into this, right? You can't go in just wanting to trade, putting all the time into just looking at charts, getting in and out of trades, but not putting in the time to really learn and educate yourself on the technical analysis, on how to read fundamental analysis, right? How to read news. It's very important that if you're trading and you don't know news is coming up, well, guess what? News might take the trade in the opposite direction and you lost because you're not paying attention to the fundamentals. You're not paying attention to the technicals, right? How many times have you been in a trade and then once the trade happens, you might have lost that trade and you look back and you're like, oh, I should have saw that. Well, if you've trained your eye and put in the 10,000 hour rule Darren was talking about, you would have seen it. But you might have made decisions on emotional distress, right? On something emotional is affecting you. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to see what the market is showing you, right? I say this all the time in my class. You want to be reactive and not proactive. A lot of us want to be proactive to what we think the market is going to do instead of being reactive to what the market is actually showing you. The market is going to show you data. It's going to give you the data for you to make your decision, right? But a lot of us are blind because we're making emotional decisions that are blinding us from what the market is showing you because you want to be proactive. So if we're more reactive to the market, we're going to tend to win more because we're not trying to predict the market. As soon as you try to predict the market, you've already lost the battle. All right. So those are some things you want to keep in mind that are going to really help you build the skills needed to really take your trading to the next level.
Thank you so much, guys. Look, we have a good point right here. A good question. Is that part of learning, or can a person start with emotional intelligence? Who wants to answer that question?
I have a book that I've read, and I read it about 2 years in. And remember, I told you that my first 2 years were absolutely terrible. Like, if you wanted to compare it to anything, if you think you're having a bad time trading, trust me, my first 24 months trading was terrible, right? And it all changed for me when I read this book. It's called Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. All right. It's an audiobook. I usually don't like to read. If you don't like to read like I do, I like to listen to books. And it's an absolutely free book that you can listen to. It's on YouTube. And you can listen to this book, right? It's called Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. And it really helped me take that trading skill to the next level, because emotional intelligence is all part of the learning aspect. Because the more you lose, the more emotional intelligence you will start to gain. It's like a callus. right? It's like a callus and you're at the gym and you're working that out and you start growing the calluses on your hand, the more you train. And it's the same thing. The more you lose, the more you win, the more emotional intelligence you will have in your next trade and your next trade and your next trade. So really good book to listen to or read if you like reading.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing that information. Guys, look it up. Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. I went ahead and put that in the chat so you could write it down. And you guys should be taking notes here because we have some great information here. And, you know, everything is to really get you guys to a different level. You know, think about this, whenever you started, whether it was last week or last month, you've learned something between that point and this point, right? Let me see some hearts in there if you have learned something. I mean, you learned something. What's a pip, right? What's a candlestick? You've learned something. So you guys have to, and the fact that you came on this call, I'm going to give it to you guys. Thank you so much that you actually took the time to get on this call, because this is to better yourself. This is to really analyze yourself and see where you're at, get more information, keep learning more, right? And move forward. And you have to put the time in. It's not going to happen if you don't show up for yourself. So just remember that the more you show up, the better results you're going to see. All right. And to stay away from the television. Okay. So let's get to the next question. I have another question here for you guys. And this one's really good because, you know, we had started some new things with the company. We've got some automation happening for all of the international folks, right? So this kind of goes along with that, right? So how do technology and automation impact Forex trading businesses? What's your opinion on that? And with that, what are the pros and cons on relying on trading algorithms and software? Like, let's be real. Let's talk about this. Okay. Who wants to start this one? Do anyone want to start this one? Oh, Chris. All
I think
right. Let's go, Chris.
Chris has a very vast knowledge of this.
Oh, vast knowledge. So I think it's I think you have to do this, right? You have to appreciate what it's good at and see where it's not good, you know, and possibly, like my personal opinion, the best outcome is when the two are combined, right? So we have subjectivity, right? Where we can look at something in a subjective view and basically take something from that, right? So where automation is different is it's very mechanical, it's very objective. So it's coded to do A, B, and C when these things happen, but sometimes it doesn't have the privilege of making a subjective decision when it's needed, right? And I think obviously in trading, I think it's more beneficial than it's not, because in trading you always hear people say that you have to be objective, you have to be mechanical, you have to have feelings like a robot, you have to treat trading like you are a robot. And our downfall as humans are that we get emotional about stuff, whereas with artificial intelligence that doesn't happen, right? But there are certain aspects where, you know, sometimes maybe in a choppy market conditions where we can see the market is choppy, it's not really an environment for the algorithm to trade what it's been coded to trade, where we would generally step back. The algorithm won't do that. It will continue to trade as it was trained, right? So we have that benefit to say, okay, cool, we can identify this as a choppy market, let me stay out, right? Whereas software, like maybe very advanced software could do that, but in general, that's not the case, right? So I think for the most part, like it's a very, I mean, it is the future, and it's going to be the future, obviously, as well, like fully automated systems. But I think it's the beauty of the fact that, you know, sometimes us stepping in, making a decision can actually be beneficial alongside the objectivity, accuracy, and consistency of automation.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for that information. And guys, that just really comes back to automation, like, and feelings, right? Because as a human being, you're gonna get all emotional if you're new to this, right? You're gonna get emotional, you're gonna get worried, you're gonna start questioning, oh no, it's going the wrong way, blah 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 blah, A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
I,
And
I would like
then
to add two things to
yeah,
that.
go ahead, Mike, because I'm
Real
curious,
quick.
Mike, because you do binary. So have you seen automation for binary trading as of yet? How?
No, I haven't. I have seen a couple of automated trading services. But again, I think he hit it right in the head. One of the cons is the loss of human judgment in automated systems, right? We have to understand that this is a very complex market where there is nuances that a machine is just not gonna pick up on, right? News, emotional things that happen throughout the day, market conditions that run on emotional, like your emotional part of a community, right? When you have an economy, the economy is running on fear, right? And emotions, right? So fear drives the market down when people are afraid to spend. And then once the money comes back and everything is good, spending then happens and the economy comes back, right? So those are going to be one of the cons that a machine is just not going to pick up on. Now, one of the pros is that it takes the emotions out of trading, right? Again, we're emotional creatures that are going to make decisions on emotional things that happen, right? So the good thing is that the emotions are out, and the bad thing is that the emotions are out. It's both. They're both bad, right? Because if you're not understanding the market conditions, then it takes it out of the equation, and that's a big con for me, right? But he also made a great point too, is that when you have the algorithms making these non-emotional decisions, right? It's going to make for faster entries, right? Because everything is time, especially with binary. You have to get in instant, right? You have to make the decision fast. And if you are scared to get in, and how many times have you looked at a trade and you're like, yo, that's a great entry, but you're like, I'm afraid to get in because you're maybe trading a bigger amount or trading a big lot size or whatever the case may be. And then an hour passes, you go back into the chart and it did exactly what you thought it was going to do. If the machine was there making the decision, that would have never happened. You would have been profitable, right? So again, there's pros and cons. Just be very careful, because if you tend to start now using just an algorithm to trade, that takes away from the actual skill set, right? So just keep that in mind, guys. There's pros and cons. Just make sure you're using artificial intelligence to be a crutch and not a wheelchair. All right.
I like that analogy. Yeah, guys, let's give them some high fives on that one, right? Algorithm to be a crutch, not a wheelchair, right? Because ultimately you have to do the work regardless. Go ahead, Chris. Were you saying something? Did you have to say something?
I think you was giving Mike high fives.
I was giving Mike a high five.
Yeah, high five for that one.
Because I think,
All
Claudia,
right.
that kind of sums up that question. Literally, that quote sums up what Chris and Mike said. It's power. I love it.
Perfect. All right, guys. So let's talk about this one so we can really get the week going. So I have a question for you guys. How can traders build a robust network, right, of industry connections, mentors, or peers to enhance their Forex trading business? I think that's a good question. What can they do? I mean, I'll let you guys answer that one. What it is that they are able to do. Who wants to start?
I'll start.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead. I've answered a good amount of questions.
Everyone was waiting in suspense, I think. I think for me, you know, I'm always a firm believer that you have to connect with like-minded people, and you have to be out there and put yourself out there, right? Don't be shy, don't be pulled back, and get part of a community where people are on the same wavelength. You are the average of the people you spend all your time with, and start connecting with traders, start connecting with like-minded individuals, and, you know, ask for advice and bounce ideas off each other. Like, I met Darren online because I saw what he was doing. He was making noise in the industry, and I wanted to know, you know, what is it that you do different that I don't do? The same with other traders out there in the space, you know, connecting with them on social media, building a relationship, building a friendship, and then also, most importantly, becoming part of a community. Find yourself a community of people that do what you do and that have the same goals and ambitions, and yeah, be the one out there. Put yourself out there. Don't be shy. Don't feel like you can't say something or ask something, or there's no such thing as a stupid question, or people won't think you're weird reaching out, etc., etc. So I think that's what I have on this.
I think, Claudia, to add on to what Dwayne says, Akashics. I mean, there's someone who wrote it. Someone said Akashics. Exactly that. You know, you have an opportunity to have 20 traders with experience, knowing the markets, learning, failing, you know, doing all, like Mike said, his first 24 months. I mean, you can't compare it to probably no one else's because it was a nightmare. Now Mike's teaching people not to have those 24 months that he had. You cannot learn that from yourself. You want to quicken the process, get a part of, you know, something like we're blessed to be a part of Akashics, to be able to learn from all these individuals that have made the mistakes. I always say, the quicker you blow a count, the quicker you fail is the quicker you learn. You don't learn from wins. You learn from failures. And I think that's the key, is the fact that, you know, we are part of a community. Dwayne said it, get in a part of a community. We have an amazing community with educators from every part of the world that have done it, that are winning, that are trading. And I think that's probably the best way, you know, to quicken you becoming a successful trader. So Akashics, we blessed, really, Claudia, we blessed to be a part of Akashics and these calls and everything. So definitely just get a part of the community.
Yeah, and I'll just top off with the cherry on top, just pretty much add, there's like 5 things or 4 things. We have 5 things I wrote down here. Is, you guys hit it right in the head: join a community, participate in online forums, find, you know, I know we're paying, you know, $99 or $199 here for a CashX, and that's amazing. But there's also a ton of different things, social media groups, online communities that are also free. I learned with a bunch of different websites as well. You guys can look, do your research, and there's a bunch of things that a whole ton of resources that you can have, right? Attend conferences and seminars. I cannot tell you the amount of times I've rubbed shoulders with people that have taught me concepts and strategies that I've never would have met if I didn't attend a conference or a seminar, right? Go out there, go rub shoulders with people that are at different levels, right? Also, find a mentor. I know that you guys, and this is very important. There's no way you're gonna level up if you guys are not following a mentor, right? Find that mentor, maybe me or any one of the AkashX educators that you guys follow, right? It is so important. Don't follow every single person.
Yeah.
That is something that I learned within my first 24 months. After my first 24 months, I've started learning that I can't listen to every single strategy that's out there. It is just impossible to do. It is impossible to implement every single thing you learn. Forex trading in general is about keeping it simple. The more you complicate things, the more harder it's going to be to make money, right? And again, just collaborate with the peers and join professional associations that are going to teach you how to just get to that next level. right? One that I used in the beginning for very beginners is babypips.com. That's a good one. Investopedia is a good one. And then if you're looking for Forex fundamentals, just going on Forex Factory and understanding what's going on with news. So yeah, just one of those tidbits before, put the cherry on top for you guys.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you for taking the time to being on this call with us and sharing with everybody. It's super important for our for everyone in Akashex to be able to listen, right, and grab information, right, which is going to help you. It's going to really help you and progress you and throughout this journey. So I just want to say thank you so much. And if you guys want to, each one of you would like to go ahead and let everyone know what your specialty is and your time, the time that you are on. That way, everyone, whoever you guys want to follow, you can see on the calendar in your back office or not the back office, but when you log into Akashex, you will see the schedule. And that way you're able to follow these guys. Mike, what days, what times, and you do binary, correct?
I do both.
Okay.
I pretty much the way my classes go, I either do a market outlook on Sundays that kind of just go over what we maybe would see throughout the week, and then Monday I have a class at 8, which is tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays and Thursdays I have a 3 p.m. class. And what we go over is we'll look for maybe some Forex opportunities. If we see a setup, we'll take it. And I also call it out on the Akashex app. And then we go over binary options entries as well. And we'll go in and get to the bag. But if I don't see any entries, and I'm very patient, we have to be patient in the market. If we don't see any entries, I'll go over some technical analysis, some things that you guys may want to put in your bat belt, right? That you can take with you throughout your journey. So it's very educational, along with getting to a bag. So you guys can catch me tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. There's a bunch of questions that we didn't go over today, right? There's a ton of stuff, and I have wrote a book. I took these questions and wrote a book on each one of these questions. That's why I was ready for all of them. But I will go over some of the questions we didn't go over today, and we'll kind of reiterate for those, because I know there's a lot of people that are probably joining my class today that wasn't able to make it on this one. So I'm going to go over a bunch of these questions on my call. So guys, share with your people, share with your team. We're going to go over some of these questions today, because I found that there was a lot of interesting questions that I would love to go over with you guys. So yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So guys, that's 8 p.m. tonight Eastern time. Just go ahead and go to the schedule, the calendar, and the calendars are interactive, so you can just hop on there, select it, and it'll take you right to his channel. And how about for you guys, Chris and Dwayne?
Yeah, so my specialty that I focus on is trading NASDAQ. I trade the open session. I'm on Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, 11 Eastern time, just when the market's open. So yeah, I know for Chris, he's 1 hour before me, and then I'm the session right after his session. He covers more the Forex pairs, commodities like gold, etc., etc. But for myself, I purely trade NASDAQ. I would ever now and again look at gold as a pair to trade, and I also focus on US 30 as a pair.
All right, perfect. So you guys, you know where to tap in. We got 10 a.m. Eastern, also 11 a.m. Eastern time. Just go to the schedule. You'll also see them on there as well. And that way you're able to hop on their session. So with that being said, and does anyone have, let's see, Darren's time slot? We can let everyone know. Let me look on here.
Always 1 hour before Dwayne's sessions.
Yeah, it's with Chris. They both have one slot.
Okay, so that's 10 a.m. as well, Eastern time. So you guys just check it out. Make sure that you guys are tapping in, and make sure you're joining these sessions. You're going to keep learning progressing and becoming a better trader. All right. And with that being said, I want to say thank you, everyone, for taking the time, for you guys to being part of this session today. And for everyone that joined us today, Monday, we are Traders Talk, and we will see you next week. I'll have another group of educators. We'll be talking about another session, another topic. All right. And I hope to see you guys soon. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend or week. I'm already talking about the weekend. Look at that. Have a wonderful week. All right. God bless. Have a good one. Bye, guys.